Hello, friends. Good morning to you all, and welcome to this spoken English class. Before we start our serious business planning, we may have a lighter moment trying to catch up with each other and also recap of what we learned in our last class. Yes, we had a listening and reading session in which we read, as usual, a chapter from the New Testament and learned some very useful vocabulary besides a few awesome parables of spiritual value. Now, as you all know, we are a collection of mature learners aiming to upskill our English ability to gain an advantage. Gain an advantage in the job market, particularly, aren't we? In our efforts to land a good job, we may even need a foreign country. We need travel to a foreign country. With this in mind, we are here trying to polish our English language. Apart from improving our spoken English, we may need to do some banking transaction as well when it comes to overseas travel. With this in mind, we are now going to learn how to interact with the bank, open a bank account, and do a variety of different transactions, both across the counter and online. Now, please take a look at the following materials. The materials we have on the table, and as you can take a look, we have a bank passbook, an account opening form, a pay in slip, debit and credit cards, check leave, a specimen copy of a check leave, passport, passport, driver license, driver license, and IRD, IRD tax index number. These are all the things that we will have to use in the bank for identification purpose. And the objective is at the end of this training session or end of this class, you will be able to comfortably interact with the bank officials with banking glossaries, vocabulary, or related to account opening. You will be able to fill out documents such as application forms, pay slips, etc. for opening a bank account. You will be comfortable with paying into and withdrawing money from your account. You will be able to obtain a debit or credit card, whatever you need, and would get to know the use of such cards. You will also be able to comfortably withdraw money from the ATM, the cash machine, pay by cards in the retail outlet, draw checks in favor of a third party, and do online transactions. Ultimately, comprehension of financial literature and commercial language production is our aim. You will be able to talk to a bank official in the banking terms, banking glossaries, and you will be able to sort of do all transactions in the bank. You must be comfortable with talking to the bank officials, filling out forms, putting across transactions. Ultimately, when you happen to land in a foreign country or when you happen to go to a bank for doing any transactions, maybe you will be having a check in your hand. You could have taken a check for a specified amount for your expenses in a foreign land. And if you want to encash the check, you definitely need to have a bank account. Without a bank account, it is impossible to encash a bank check. So unless you have a bank account, you will not be able to encash the bank. So the ultimately, what we need is a bank account. And without a bank account, as a student or as a businessman, whatever it may be, it could be very difficult to travel in an overseas country. Well, when you take a look at these documents which we have presented here, you may be reminded of an occasion when you last visited a bank for any transaction. Maybe if not for yourself, you could have gone with your family members or a friend. You have visited the bank, you have helped your friend or your family get to know or have overlooked what happens to the bank, but you may not have involved yourself in opening a bank account. Now, at the end of this class, we will be able to do that very comfortably and efficiently. And I would like to know from some of you, one of you or two of you, of your experience in a bank when you last visited one. Can any of you talk a few sentences about your experience in a bank? Can you can have a small consultation between you in pairs or groups and then come back and tell me what exactly